The Jared Dillian Show.
I'm Jared Dillian. This is the Jared Dillian Show. We're talking about tipping, which we could talk about for a long time. We went through a bunch of stuff. We went through restaurants, valets, Uber drivers, housekeeping, the porter. The tip jar I'm going to do again. It's a message that needs to get across. And the message is that large, infrequent rewards influence behavior, and small, frequent rewards do not. It's like animal psychology. Throw a 20 in the tip jar once a month. Bam. Just amazing. I can't tell you how powerful that is. I've done it. Once I figured this out a couple years ago, I do it all the time. Amazing. Pizza delivery we covered, airport, taxis. Let's talk about airport shuttles. This one is tough. This is the one I struggle with the most because, all right, so let's say, you fly into Cleveland and you land in Cleveland and you're going to stay at the Holiday Inn, and the Holiday Inn has a shuttle, and the shuttle picks you up at the airport. It's one of those party bus things. And that's a crappy job, just driving back and forth from the hotel to the airport all day long. That is a terrible job. So you're sitting there and you put your bags on that little rack thing, and this is what happens to me all the time. They pull up at the hotel, and I like forget to get my cash, and then I get my bags, and I have like my hands full of bags, and then I can't get my wallet. So I'm like, you know what, screw it. But that guy, even though I screw that up all the time, like that guy needs to get tipped. That's a crappy job, and people always forget about that guy, and he probably makes like $1 a trip. No fun. Tip the airport shuttle guy. This is a very important one. Bathroom attendants. Now, some people hate bathroom attendants with a burning passion. I don't know if you know the name Henry Blodgett. Henry Blodgett is he's many things. He runs the website Business Insider, which you probably heard of. He, he's kind of a cake eater. He went to Phillips Academy Andover, and he was the internet analyst for Merrill Lynch that was like disparaging all the tech stocks while giving them buy ratings. And he got barred from the securities industry, but now he runs Business Insider. But he got in trouble recently. Well, not recently. It was like 5 years ago. But he was like ripping on bathroom attendants and why you shouldn't tip them. I mean, a bathroom attendant. You should be glad that the bathroom attendant is there. You should be glad that the bathroom attendant is there. They pick up the toilet paper on the floor. They pick up the paper towels on the floor. If there's pee, like, I don't want to get too graphic, but like if your stuff is getting everywhere, like they clean it up. They got the mints, they got the cologne, they got the mouthwash. Maybe you don't use any of that stuff. Just be mindful of the fact that there is a guy who has to stand in there all day and watch people pee. That is his job. And all he's asking for is $1. Come on. I mean, seriously, even if you don't think the bathroom attendant should be there, you have to take care of this guy. It is a gross job. It is a really gross job. You wouldn't take that job in a million years. And some of these guys are really good at it. They're like, they give you the best service. I mean, they smile, they call you sir, they put the soap in your hands. I mean, and you're going to stiff these guys? Like, I tip the bathroom attendants. I won't tip them if I go back to the same bathroom. I won't tip over and over again. But the first time I go in, I will tip the bathroom attendants. This one you don't have to tip $5. Just tip $1. $1 is fine. If everybody tipped the bathroom attendant $1, the world would be a better place. He would be happy. Coat check. Go to a restaurant or a club. They have a coat check. Man, got to tip these people. This is your stuff. You got a fancy coat. You got an expensive coat. You got your favorite coat. You got a coat that you really like. And you're going to give it to these people, and they're going to hang it up with 1,000 other coats, and then they're going to find it. They're going to, how do they find it? I couldn't do that job. I can't do this job. How can you expect these people to find your coat? It is, and there's actually, I don't know if you've ever heard about this. There's a restaurant in New York City called Pietro's, and the woman who runs the coat check in that restaurant, does it all by memory. She doesn't even use tags. She memorizes people's codes, and she always gets it right. Anyway, you should tip probably $5. I mean, you could get away with 2 or 3, but if you tip 5, you'll make her happy. The DJ. Now this is, oh man, I am a DJ, but I'm a club DJ. I'm not a wedding DJ, so I don't get tipped per se. Wedding DJs get tipped, and wedding DJ is a thankless job. It is a thankless job. They got to play the worst music in the world: Electric Slide, Chicken Dance, Macarena, Margaritaville, Brown Eyed Girl on a loop. Every single gig, they got to play the same songs over and over again, and the bride is never happy. The bride is never happy. When have you seen a bride like, oh, that was great? Doesn't happen. Somebody's always pissed off. So they're dealing with pissed off people. The music sucks. They got to hump all this equipment all over the place. They're not getting paid that much to begin with. You got to tip the DJ, even if you're not happy. Even if you think it sucked, you have to tip the DJ. Probably $100. Even if you think it sucked. All right. Your hairstylist. So this is the one area where I probably tip the most, because your hair, unless you don't care, unless you're just getting a buzz cut, but your hair is, it's important. It's super important. Your appearance is important. For a long time, I saw the same girl for years, and it was a $25 haircut, and I tipped her $25. I tipped her 100%. It was $50. And I didn't, I had long hair at the time, so I didn't get my haircut. It was like once every 2 months, so it wasn't like it was totally adding up. So it was worth it. She was good. Here's the weird thing, and this is sort of a sidebar. I probably was the only customer that was tipping her 100%. And not that, when you tip somebody, when you give somebody a big tip, you shouldn't expect anything in return. You shouldn't expect anything other than maybe they're just nice to you. And she was nice to me. But, she cut my hair for like 5 years, and I tipped her 100% for 5 years. And then she said she was leaving the salon. And so the last haircut, like I kind of went in for the hug, and no hug. After tipping her 100% for 5 years, and we got along great, and I was just like, whatever. I don't know what I expected, but manicures. I don't want to say I don't get manicures, because I actually will, like, once every year. MRSA is real. You definitely don't want to get MRSA. So you should tip a manicurist. Massage. Once I don't get a lot of massages, I could make some, dirty joke. Well, it depends on the kind of massage, let's not go there. I think on a $80 massage, a $20 tip is probably reasonable and expected. I think 10 is not enough unless you're genuine. And this is another thing to talk about. Like, unless you're genuinely unhappy with the service or like a massage or something. If you're genuinely unhappy, you think it was terrible, then by all means under tip. I really would not recommending stiffing somebody unless something terrible happened. Terrible. Just don't stiff people unless it's really, really bad. And if it's that bad, then like talk to the manager or something. So you just shouldn't stiff people. I mean, honestly, if I'm really unhappy with service, I just give like a minimum tip. I give like 15 or 20%. That shows that I'm unhappy. But yeah, you shouldn't, like, so for a massage, like, it's really like $20 is like a standard tip. 10 is not enough. 10 is 12%. That's a 12% tip. Doesn't do it. Last one I have, and then we'll recap. Movers. Now, a lot of people don't get this. And by the way, we've talked about a bunch of crappy jobs. We talked about bathroom attendants having to stare at people's pee-pees all the time, and, DJs playing crappy music, and, a lot of these are bad jobs. Movers, this is the worst job in the world. In the world. Movers are the worst job in the world. hands down. Have you ever moved your own stuff? Like, have you ever done a move or helped somebody move? You literally cannot move your body for like 3 days afterwards. And these guys have to get up and do it again. And movers, when they show up at a house, they have no idea what they're going to find. They could find everything in boxes, all taped up, ready to go, or they could just find crap everywhere and people are no help and they're packing and it's a disaster. They have no idea what they're going to find. And you see people at their absolute worst. They see people at their absolute worst. So it is a terrible job, and they're taking painkillers, and it's, I cannot stress enough how bad of a job this is. So here's what you do. You buy them lunch, like a nice lunch. Order pizza. You buy them Gatorade. You tip at the beginning. You tip at the end. You tip a ridiculous amount of money because it's your stuff. It's your stuff. These guys can steal your stuff. I've had stuff stolen. Like, they can steal your stuff. They can break your stuff. They can not take care of it. Like, this is one of these things that's just karma. Like, I'm not a big believer in karma. I don't think that good things happen to good people or bad things happen to bad people. I think bad things happen to good people. I think good things happen to bad people. But you know what? If you don't take care of movers, bad things are going to happen to you. I can assure you of that. Take care of people that you like. You have to stiff a lot of people to get to $1 million. It is not worth it. Don't go that route. I'm Jared Dillian. This is the Jared Dillian Show.
Jared Dillian. Now you know a rich guy.